I'm from Japan. Just moved here.
The Harlem Shake exploding online.
The Harlem Shake is taking over YouTube.
We are going to create history. The first ever live Harlem Shake.
And no one knows this, but Joji, the artist, actually is the one who made the first Harlem Shake video.
It was the first physical worldwide meme.
This next song is from an artist called Pink Guy.
Like, you know, I like making funny faces. You know, I'm a silly guy. Like, if I like make a silly face, people are like, oh, like there's still a bit of pink eye in him. Yeah, I guess there is.
Making his TV debut, performing Run, please welcome Joji.
Joji. I'm Joji.
This is Joji. YouTube Mount Rushmore.
Joji.
I'm Joji.
Joji.
This is Joji.
Joji, the singer and producer.
I am sad to say that Joji, formerly known as Filthy Frank, is over. People have just realized that Joji is Filthy Frank, and K-pop stans, of course, were directly on that to cancel him.
Joji is Filthy Frank? Fucking canceled. He's canceled. Canceled.
So Filthy Frank is the embodiment of everything vile on the internet.
The consumption of vomit.
Filthy Frank, he's fucking disgusting. He sucks. He's offensive. What an asshole. How could you enjoy anything he does?
It's like impossible to take it seriously, you know? And like that's the point. I'm kind of making fun of all like racism and all that by being overly racist with this character or whatever, you know what I mean? They're kind of too dense to figure out that like, or even consider that this may be a character, you know?
And also, it's just, you can turn your brain off to it, and sometimes I don't like to think. What's up, Drake? Fuck you. You can keep your $3 million. Fuck you. I grew up in Japan until I was 18. Me and my neighbor friends, you know, every weekend, you know, we'd just knock on their doors and be like, hey, like, let's go catch some frogs. And then, you know, just a bunch of kids in the rice fields, like, scooping up frogs and stuff. Best shit ever. Just looking at, like funnyjunk.com and stuff like that. And just through, like, internet shit, like, E-Bombs World, like, that was popping back in the day. Like, through that, like, and maybe, like, early YouTube, yeah, like, I was able to really get a good grasp on not only, like, American culture, but, like, internet culture as well. I've taken inspiration from a lot of artists, and you might not hear it, but like there's always little bits. Around the time I was in 5th grade or 6th grade, that was when A Milli came out by Lil Wayne, and I was like, this is fucking cool, I want to recreate the beat. And then I recreated it, and I showed it to my friends at school, and they were like, whoa, like, how'd you do this? I was like obsessed with like Radiohead. I appreciate Korn, like Limp Bizkit when I was young. I was introduced to Shlomo, old Shlomo. I mean, not old Shlomo, but like, you know, bad vibe Shlomo. And then, you know, I was introduced to Flylo. This is all in high school. I loved Radiohead, and then I loved like hard-hitting beats too. And just naturally being like a conflicted person, like I wanna put it all together. I had 2 friends that we always made music together. And we were making songs before we knew we were making songs. Like one day, I think we were in like 6th grade or something, someone steps in and is just like, wait, like, these are actual songs. And we're like, what? Like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, like, you know, like it's not easy to make a song. So from there, we were like, oh, we're making songs, that's cool. And we just kept kind of making songs. And through that, like just through fucking around, we learned how to produce, how to, you know, just train our voices, and just kind of learn from the internet what was popping all throughout then, because that was when the internet was starting to kick off.
So for everybody who might be completely unfamiliar with what you do, can you give me a quick rundown of what it is exactly you do on your YouTube channel?
I like to share with you a little story. I tend to have explosive diarrhea, like shit just flies all over the place.
So Filthy Frank is the embodiment of everything vile on the internet.
And also, it's just, you can turn your brain off to it, and sometimes I don't like to think. When we were on the internet 24/7, that also came with like a vast, wide, international internet humor. You know what I mean? So I think we were both able to learn that at a very young age. Like ever since I was in high school. I can't get into specifics.
Honestly, like when I watch your videos, I don't see it. Like I don't see you as the same guy. I basically baked a cake made of contents that were consumed and then thrown up.
I try to stay away from memes recently. I mean,
You made a fucking song called Meme Machine.
Yeah, I did rely on memes back in disaster music.
This next song is from an artist called Pink Guy. Meme Machine.
Give me the memes. I need the memes.
It turns out Miller isn't new to disrupting the world of mainstream music. Years before memes helped drive Black Beatles and Bad and Bougie to #1, he was credited with starting the viral Harlem Shake trend that gave Bower a surprise #1 single back in 2013.
This was when, you know, EDM was like popping. Like, this new song comes on, like my friend's playing it. It was like a cool / like funny song, you know what I mean? And I knew that. I was like, this is like we were intoxicated, and we were just doing this, and then to the drop, we went crazy, went to sleep, woke up in the morning, everyone's doing it. We thought, wow, this is fucking stupid.
Kind of looked down on them for that. I was like, you guys are stupid. Why? Like, I mean, I'm not bitter about it. I think it was a great thing, but I still don't understand why people got so hooked on it.
Despite the sense of humor being so alternative, the growth rate is just impressive.
Like, let's say like the videos on disaster music, like the old Filthy Frank videos, like those were like just straight up like, you know, offensive. Like there'd be like just racism, like misogyny, you know, just like fat shaming and stuff. And you know, I legitimately do like feel bad about that kind of stuff. Like, cause you know, I was like still very young when I was doing those videos. I was a kid, and well, I'm still a kid, but like now, like I'm trying to stay away from just direct, you know, like hate speech, like abusive comedy, and I've like just tried to do like still be offensive, but like in different ways, you know. Like if you watch like my more recent videos, there's not much like racism or misogyny. It's more, you know, vomit and dead animals.
This is like a person that's way past self-hatred. It's not destructive. It's not productive, but it's not destructive. And that's how a lot of people get stuck, I feel like, in relationships and also in like just like life in general. Like they just getting comfortable.
Would you rather eat a pube brownie or blood cake?
Oh, pube brownie.
What is the reasoning here?
You get a hair in your chicken and rice, and it's like, okay, like.
But okay, imagine it's like a lot of hairs in like one brownie.
Mostly because you've succeeded in spite of being shunned by the platform.
Yeah.
With Max Mofo, iDubbbz, and Ty Lopez. Do you take pride in being an outcast? Do you think that it's helped fuel you? Or do you feel like you've been treated unfairly?
I made one Pearl Harbor joke, right? And everyone lost their shit because I'm Japanese, I guess. And they were like, yeah, well, we fucking bombed you twice, you know?
See people talk about you, especially in a negative light, it seems almost as if it's difficult for them to kind of separate between the idea that you're playing a character and that you're not actually like trying to give a real feeling. I mean,
what's the difference musically between Pink Guy and Joji?
I get everything creatively from the Joji stuff. The other stuff is just, I mean, I do it, but it's more formula based. The Joji stuff is definitely, it's the sounds that I want to hear that take a lot of effort, that I wouldn't put that kind of effort into the other mediums. On the internet, like people stop me on the street, people in my life, where they were stopping me to tell me that I was wasting my time and my
abilities. 2 years ago when I did a Chinchin sacrifice, I heard that 2 different stories. I heard someone burnt down a forest in Belgium or something. It's getting mad dangerous, man. You should stop it. And it's like, you know, yeah, maybe I should. I don't want to be. I don't want to, you know, be that kind of influence. You know. I wasn't enjoying the stuff I was making towards the end, so you know, I thought, okay, well, I have to do what's right for myself. So I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I have not been well the last couple months. Long story short, I was born with this, but I was recently diagnosed with a brain condition that ironically gives me seizures. You know, this whole time we thought it was so funny doing these fake seizures, and now some call it bad luck, some call it karma. Like, are you okay? Like blink twice if you're in trouble, you know, stuff like that. The reason I made the transition was because there was an overwhelming support and almost demand, you know.
I mean, it was nerve-wracking at the beginning, just, you know, oh, like, you know, what if it's whack? You know, I think everyone feels like that at the beginning, and then, you know, after the first song's received well, then it's just like, okay, well, fingers crossed, let's just keep going. Like, I just didn't have enough confidence to sing. Because, I mean, just like no one told me that like I had a good voice. I don't know, I still don't know. I know I started off as a producer. I would rap, but it wasn't fulfilling me. It was like, oh, like, I'll just sing. Hey, yo, Drake. Yeah, what's up? Oh, it's $5 million now? I'll think about it.
Who would have thought that Filthy Frank
would become one of the most relevant pop artists?
He's really popping.
Yeah.
And good.
Yeah. No, for sure.
What are your thoughts on Joji?
I mean, I generally think his music has a powerful presence to it.
Yeah. I mean, everything was based off trial and error, you know. So if something didn't take off, then I'd get the point and move on to the next thing immediately. So I would have just kept trying until something took off anyway. So I definitely, yeah, if the other stuff didn't work out, then I would have gone straight into Joji stuff. I was doing Joji stuff anyway, always. I just wasn't releasing it publicly. I was just doing like trial and error stuff always, you know, seeing what worked, what didn't. And then I would just like, I just put out music after like previous works.
I wouldn't describe myself as pop necessarily, but I would say kind of like a dirtier, more just like a grittier pop.
Music changes like way too fast. You either gotta choose to like adapt or just stick to the classics.
Am I gonna move on and, you know, make bigger and better stuff, you know? Because that's really what it's all about. Like, I just want to push myself. And
I thought to be a singer, you had to be just how you're doing it. It's like if it hits, you know what I mean? There are a lot of people, I didn't realize that there are people with like unique voices, but they aren't necessarily like God level, but like they're unique and that's what makes them them. Sometimes I'll like just sit at my desk and bit by bit, as soon as I like hear what I've made or hear like a beat that like I like it, it's like I already know like what it's about. That's probably my favorite part because oh boy, now I get to drizzle the sauce over the steak.
I will give the credit to Keith Ape, who laid out the foundation of the bridge. 88 came and built the bridge, and now we see artists in the West wanting to do shows or to get big in Asia, and that's 88's job, just as well as Asian artists who want to get big in the West. That's 88's job.
Or I remember when he first made his move to music, I was singing his praises on the podcast, like Filthy Frank, he's moved on, he's doing all these great things, and I don't know if he called me or messaged me, and he's like, hey bro, don't call me Filthy Frank anymore.
Wow.
I was like, okay.
Old work, and now we're here with In Tongue from Joji. Let's see where he started. Just talk about his growth as an artist.
The EP In Tongues, what would you say that you were trying to say with the project? What did you want people to feel when they heard it?
I definitely wanted them to feel nostalgia. I like putting nostalgia into like a sound. You know, it kind of makes people, you know, gloomy and makes them think back at stuff.
This constant struggle to be good. That's a theme of the EP too. I actually peed in the tub because I couldn't get out because I would track blood through the whole studio. I was in there for like 7 takes. So the director was like, look, if you gotta pee, just pee. So like, I think in the video, like someone said you see the water go up like a tiny bit. I was actually having this conversation with someone like yesterday. Someone called me out on it. They were like, everything you do like revolves around sex, whether it's like positive or negative. So I think it is true, it's very important. Even in my music, there's still a very like nostalgic sexual vibe to it, which I intended to have. Like whether it's water trickling or something, I just want to make sure that the instrumental is packed and full with just sounds that make you feel good, you know, or make you feel nostalgic. Like a lot of the sounds I try to go for nostalgic sounds. There's a lot of nostalgia-based stuff around the music. Whew. You're taking my heart out and I don't know why. And I don't know why. Whew. Let's see if this piano goes well with it.
It's like all fucking like all like perfect.
It's not though. I randomly dragged this in. The sadness in sex, I'm still trying to figure out, and that's why I'm making these songs. I'm trying to come to a conclusion, whether it's good or bad. All the songs are skating like a middle line. It's either about like letting go, cheating, and like, you know, obviously there are other non-sexual themes that still have like a sexual vibe to it. But I'm still finding it out. I'm still one EP in. There's also a very loose spiritual, religious idea to it too, because there are songs like there's a song called Demons. It's all in the same circle of like, you know, sex, whatever, you know, drugs, guilt of, you know, if you're a religious person, the guilt that comes with that. In Asia, when I was touring there, like that was my first time doing like, you know, really big shows. I was very nervous, but then after like the 3rd show, like, you know, it became fun. The inspiration behind Ballads 1 is just, you know, expressing like, just like uncertainty and like the you know, either changing or you changing or the other person changing, and how people react to that. And just in general, it's just a bunch of ballads packed into one thing, and I think that's cool. If you're like an ugly, like not a great looking dude, you know that like a chick is just like spending all this time with you just because you got money or whatever. It's that like point of like self-hatred that you don't mind. I remember dancing with a girl and it's like I'm thinking like you don't really care. Like yeah, right.
I listened to Boyz II Men, but like awkwardly. From the a cappella album that I had, like a lot of they were relying on their strengths, which is harmonizing with each other. I definitely picked up stuff from that, just vocally. If you're gonna call Boyz II Men a boy band, then they would rank at the top in terms of talent. Like, there's just no doubt about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more fans of like producers. I'd like to work with Murda. I want to work with Ski. We've been in situations like where like we could have made a song, but like we just like wanted to just like hang out. I'd always be down to pull a Snoop Dogg and just like host some like late night shows, and just I'd be fine with that. I might stick to the classics. Next year, what we're listening to now is just gonna be straight trash. Like you gotta put something out that's like just you, timeless. Or at least you gotta attempt.
Exactly. That's like happen. Well, young book. I see. Yeah. Look at that BVS bust down.
Me, I like smart women. Like they gotta be like way smarter than me. I like curvy girls, like really curvy. To me, I think pop music is ubiquity. Everyone's got a vibe with it, I feel like, just like to a certain extent. It's the easiest genre to hit all age ranges.
What is one song that you were supposed to work on and you passed on and you regret?
Oh, that's a good question. Because then, how does it go? Tonight I'm looking in your eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us.
Joji.
By Joji. They sent that song for me originally, and I was in the middle of tour.
Right.
And I'd never had, it sounds ridiculous, I didn't have a couple of weeks to really listen to it. And I remember listening to it on my phone and be like, that's a really nice sounding song. I'll get to it. And then 2 weeks later, it like came out and it was like the biggest song in the world. And that was the biggest hand slap.
But he's a big deal now.
Yeah.
He's really successful in the music industry.
I don't think anybody's really transitioned from being such like a maniac online to being a respected musician.
No.
My biggest accomplishment, I think going number 3 on Billboard.
Franca, why'd you leave us? I just want him to come back for one video. Just one video. Please. Just for old time's sake. Please. 2016 needed to. Before the bubble had burst. I remember talking to him about Brad, like, how all these edgy content.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop!
It was a bubble which is waiting to burst. Now maybe I was the needle in that.
I think they're aware that there are different fan bases within the fan base, and they just have to. There's no conflict. There's not like conflict, but just a lot of arguing and speculating about what's gonna happen. Some people want me to do this. Some people want me to do that. And maybe I want to do this. You know, like. Yeah, exactly.
If someone were to play me in a movie, it would be Ezra Miller. He just looks like a more intense, like more handsome version. So I'd probably enjoy that.
But yeah, so you know, like I expect people to latch on to what they first discovered me as. You know, just as well as I might like an artist for their older stuff.
There are artists that work at their own pace and very successful, you know, like Childish Gambino. Like, I'm sure I've taken many L's. It just makes you, like, what you are. If something doesn't work, just fix it. Take your L's, always. Life is hell, and we have to help each other through it. So that's really all I'm here for, really.
I hope you enjoyed. I love you.